All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons.
Let's go, baby.
Here we go. This is 60 or Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Alpha. Under 10. Look at me. Score. Now hit it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets it to Cooks. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Slant. Wide. Get wide.
Greystone travel. Gone. Short out.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. 11 yards and a Panther first down. 2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber, why not?
And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because so often you hear about defenses saying we're going to take away what you do best. In this case, they're going to move him around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to funnel the ball to him.
50, plant.
Mike's 15.
General West.
Check nickel.
Hey, Steve 6. Look, squeeze.
Switch.
Yeah. Snap.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Go. Get it.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Mike's 15. Wild Bill. Big edge. Watch 15.
Hey, Sam off.
Switch. Check.
Shoot.
He'll look to throw.
Left in.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. They'll try and throw for it here. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, Creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
All day, defense, all day. All day.
Here's Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Watch the safety creep.
They'll try again with Jones. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Blue 80.
57, Mike 57. Get that quarterback, D-Ron. Get that quarterback.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, Haywood.
2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Coaching spill.
Hey, Mike's 15, Mike's 15.
Ready?
They'll look to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Wells. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29.
Chopper. Rock it.
Check it back.
Hey, lock it.
You got tight right there.
Bravo.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Falcons 3, Panthers nothing.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
Look at me. Door.
Watch out.
Go.
They're going to try and throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the return will stop right around the 25. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second and 11 now. Wilson, he sets up the screen to Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Second and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Ready.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Go, team. Let's go. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check 3.
Recon, 132 fighter. Smoke. Hit it.
Second and 6. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Greystone travel.
115.
Hey, Charlie.
It's our time. 15's the mic. 15's the mic.
Yo, go.
Looking to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
Go out.
Check. Fresno.
Look, squeeze.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. A first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Brings up second and 9 at the 39-yard line.
22 jet bomber. Boys.
Coming to you. Hey, look, we're going to go Mike 15, guys. Mike 15, all right? All day.
Hey. Shoot.
2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Panthers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16.
Leo! Hard! Shit! Hey, Sam off!
Hey, watch it!
Back to throw here. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down.
6-6, pull it high. Fair. Hey. Be grip.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. 1:50 left to go in the second quarter. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Touchdown, Falcons! Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Falcons push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
But no, but
Okay, my bad.
you're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Just like that. Sponge. No.
Rock it.
Watch the shit.
Hey, lock it.
Watch the shit. Switch.
Yep. Ready.
Here's 2nd and 8. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
61, matchbox lights.
Mike.
Hey, Foxtrot.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Watch 15. Mike 15.
Gone.
Shift. Watch twist.
Go. Now. Mike.
He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jannard Avery in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
80 weapons. Roll out.
Check three.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Friday. Good, guys. 4 down.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Go. Check, 53. Alert. Check.
Mike, 53.
Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. All the talk when Russell Wilson came into the league about his height, those big defensive linemen, can he get the ball over him? You get him outside the pocket like that, doesn't really matter.
No, it really doesn't, and you're exactly right. Many people dinged him for that and said, how's he going to see over NFL linemen? He never did, right? At whatever level, he saw through them and found pockets and windows to throw the football. But as you noted, when he's outside the pocket and his vision is totally clear, oh, look out, because he's going to find someone downfield, as we just saw there.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And teams have a tough time running the ball as this one has throughout this game. It's so easy to just say, forget it, let's throw the football. But that's exactly why you stay with the running game. Eventually, you stick with it, you make some adjustments, you often find ways to run the ball better as the game goes on.
SOS. Recon, 132 fighter.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
We ain't giving them nothing today.
Mike 9, Mike 9.
After the interception, here's Wilson, escaping the pressure right. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014.
Go 14.
To try again after the sack. Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Right left, right left.
All day, baby, all day, all day, baby, all day. Mike 9, hey, you got it.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. Flush to his right.
Back to you. I'm going back to you.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Wahoo! Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Look, squeeze.
Check 99. Check 99.
Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Keanu Neal. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He was looking for Matthews that time. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
14, 14,
They'll go again to Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sua Cravens. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Hold up. Hey, 0, 0, 0.
Dale.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Wilson. He's got Lockett. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 14. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point from Mc.